Do you think that the season as a whole actually added to the fans' frustration? As a result, more rumours were coming out and more sort of allegations were being made?
Yeah, definitely. Like the forum, all those threads about us if we're terrible or what. I don't know what they were. Like if the team's winning, obviously they're not going to happen. But it's definitely obviously our play on the ice reflects what's written on the forum, and fair enough. People, like I said, people have the right to express their opinions, I guess. But I don't know. It's just. I don't know.
Anyway, what plus points are you going to take from this season here at Basingstoke? What can you take home with you and think, yeah, that was correct and that was right? Is there any?
To be honest, it's the last since 2009. I can't really think of much that's gone our way or that to take out of this experience. But I guess being a coach and trying to coordinate a team, I guess that's going to be my biggest.
So what about you for next year? What are your plans for next season? Is this it, or
are
you come back?
As of right now, I'm officially. I think I'm retiring, and I'm just I'm gonna work out or do my finish my days here in Winchester, and then go back to even though the depressing job market back in North America and try and land something there. But who knows though? If nothing happens by September, I may be a late signing somewhere.
Oh, there you are. Well, do you leave Britain with a heavy heart though? Are you going to be able to take good memories from your 3 years at all?
Definitely, yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. The people, Basingstoke is a great place. I obviously wouldn't have been there for 3 years, and it's that the people there are some of the best I've ever met in hockey. The fans that'll come up to you and chat with you in the bar after. It's just I have that experience and. I know the fans. Most of them, appreciate what we do and stuff. And to have those people there, it's just it adds to the great experience Basingstoke is.
If I was to sit here in front of you and offer you a deal to come back just as a player to any of the top 8 teams in the Elite League, would you sign the contract today, or would you think about coming back, or would it be no? I'm not coming back over here.
The top 8 teams.
Top 8 teams. Oh.
No, probably not the top
4.
8. Maybe.
I'm going to keep pushing it. But obviously, you do feel you are still a hockey player in some ways. You can still mix it with the big guys in this elite league. You are.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've held my own here in 3 years, and I don't know. I think I can play against anyone, and hopefully other teams will realize that. But like I said, right now I'm not looking for any kind of hockey job.
So what about British ice hockey as a whole? Is it in a good state to continue as it stands at the moment in the Elite League, or is there changes that need to be made to make it more viable almost in this country? So you don't have a bottom 3 sides who are fighting out for 8th place, and you don't have a top 4 sides who are fighting out for the championship.
That's a good question. I guess I think a lot of it has to do with reputation of those big teams. They may cheat on the cap. I'm sure every team, not every team, but lots of teams do it. I don't know. I guess the only way you're going to get parity in the league is by installing that salary cap and going by it. So I think that's the biggest step that we have to do, and to cut out all that other stuff.
What do you think of what do you think of the British kids coming through though? I mean, you've played with some. I mean, obviously Sean Thompson, Kurt Reynolds this year. You've had Dan Green, Greg Owen, and all these. Yeah. What do you think the future is for British kids in the world of hockey? Yeah,
well, definitely, just a prime example, Kurt Reynolds and Sean Thompson this year. Those guys, they came in just unnoticed, I think, and they definitely both made a name for themselves this year. And those guys, they work hard and they do their jobs on the ice, and that just goes to show you that the British kids, they develop and they will develop into the top players. And Greg Owen's a prime example of that. He's abroad right now, but. Yeah, he's one of the better British players I've ever seen. So hats off to the minor systems here. Let's just ask you, who do you think is going to win the playoffs this year then? Well, I think I would have to say Sheffield's the big favorite. But if I was going to pick an underdog right now, I think I'd probably pick Cardiff. Yeah, I think so. Good choice there, almost. Right, final question. Have you got a final message for the fans that you want them to remember you by almost from your time in Britain? Yeah, well, it's pretty much just a thank you. I want they've supported me, and they've all treated me very well, and I've had a lot of special people at the game. They've helped me out through the ways. If had it's been a great opportunity, and just from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank everyone here and at Basingstoke at the Bison. So I've enjoyed my time.
Thank you very much, Eric. It's always been a pleasure to interview you throughout the season. You've always been honest with us, and all the best in your retirement. Or we may just see you lacing up the skates here next year. From all of us here at Winchester News Online, don't forget to tune into the rest of our interviews we've got coming. We've got Kevin Writer and Jeremy Cornish coming to the studio. But until then, thank you very much. Goodbye.